in Baltimore either.
Were you guys on CJ's performance on Sunday? Statistically, it was the best performance in a while. No turnovers, 2 touchdowns, 22 of 28 for 233 yards. And Landry, you brought up the Nico, the shot to Nico on 2nd and 33. I went and looked at the numbers prior to that pass. He was fine completing passes, but it was super dink and dunk, and it was under 6 yards per attempt, including that play to Nico. And afterwards, he was over 12 yards per attempt, and his passer rating was almost perfect. It was 156. How would you guys grade CJ's performance, and how encouraging was it for you just in terms of a trajectory from him heading into this next patch of schedule that we've got here?
He was all right. He was good. I mean, he still missed.
What did you grade him? You do a report card every week. What did you grade him on the report card?
The grades are dropping tomorrow.
Okay.
So I'll probably give him a passing grade, probably a C+.
Yeah.
C+.
Passing grade. Okay.
B.
I thought he was better, and I'm thinking about the. Oh, sorry. Were you?
I was going to say Professor Reggie seems to disagree with that assessment.
I feel like I've been a little bit more lenient, especially on CJ, than a lot of people have. Some people are wondering if you should even pay him, and I'm not sure that that's even a conversation that you need to have at this moment. It feels like what this offense wants to be, and you listen to CJ, and of course, I guess I am letting the person who is getting the grade determine the grade to some degree. Talking about death by 1,000 cuts, that very much sounds like the way that this offense was designed and how they want it to run. And when you come down to it, that's kind of the way that he's operated it, right? He's just looking for the thing, checking down, getting to the place that he needs to until he sees the opportunity to make his adjustments, make his alerts, and take his shots. And outside of one really, really bad pass that he should have connected with on a booty butt naked open Dalton Schultz, I think that he put the ball right where he was supposed to for the most part. He seemed to execute and operate the facilitation of an offense that we acknowledge is not very easy to generally, and it can be easy to take the bait of, we'll throw this thing up there and throw it into danger and maybe get that turned around. He did not take that bait. I will give him credit for that again as a level of proof of concept, because this is him getting to that space in his development.
Some of these throws behind the sticks, though, are him. So that takes away a little bit. And he missed the one to Schultz that should have been a touchdown. And he had the one miscommunication with Christian Kirk where I don't know if Kirk was supposed to stop or CJ made the wrong anticipation or the wrong throw. And the tough part is you almost have to grade CJ with a little bit different approach, because if he has to be perfect or he has to play at a much higher level than a lot of guys, then you have to grade him with that rubric. Like, hey, you can't miss a throw to Dalton Schultz, because if that's 3 instead of 7, you lose by 3 points instead of winning by 1. Like, you can't miss that throw to Christian Kirk, because now all of a sudden you're punting and the defense is right back out there. Like, it's a very strange place to be. Like, I almost hate that he felt like it was the death by 1,000 paper cuts, because they brought the bazooka out there in the fourth quarter, and I want to see him do that all the time. And I understand that some of it sets itself up and it builds, but you can't be building in the fourth quarter every time with this offense. Some of that stuff we saw late, we need to see that early in games. And some of it is CJ. Hey, if you got time and you're protected, don't throw it to Dalton Schultz for 5 yards when you need 8. Wait to see if somebody pops open or comes open.
Well, it makes you wonder if 2nd and 33 was the best thing that could have happened to the Texans, right? Are they running that play if it's 2nd and 12?
I don't want to hear any more bull crap about being behind the sticks when you can turn 2nd and 33 into
on a go route, like a simple run past L'Jarius Sneed. Like, there was nothing tricky about it at all. Like, Nico just ran and L'Jarius Sneed just got ran past. And it's to me, the comp for that is the Xavier Hutchinson play in the Chargers playoff game. And the circumstances in the area of the field was pretty similar, actually. They were backed up deep in their own end. But it was a play, like, you don't plan on being in this situation where the ball gets snapped to your quarterback and he fumbles it and he's running around and he bounces right up to him and he's got to roll out and have a playground play. But the fact of the matter is, in that Chargers game, that play was like the paddles on the chest to revive whatever the Texans offense was. And from that play on, they were outstanding. CJ was outstanding after that play. And I feel like the Nico thing, it wasn't as ugly before the Nico play as it was in that Chargers game before the Hutchinson play. But nobody plans on being in 2nd and 33. But the necessity of being in 2nd and 33 means you're taking a shot deep. It's a shame that the Texans have to be put into a situation where they have to run these plays as opposed to being aggressive and just running them so that you can, try and be on the attack.
It's just the Patriot way of Tom Brady. If Drew Bledsoe doesn't get hurt, does Tom Brady ever play? It's just,
right.
it's a big symbol, but I am with you. Like, it does feel like a lot of stuff is happening that would come across as kind of an adverse situation, and they're kind of making the most of it. And I do think that 2nd and 33 is symbolic, and it also feels like, dare I say, the Texans are kind of getting lucky lately too, because you also have now Baltimore. Like, I don't think we want to get ahead real quick, but I mean, my gosh, are they going to be favored against the Ravens at this point? Like, it's
no.
minus 3.5, I think.
Yeah,
is where
they're
Baltimore
not.
Is.
Yeah.
But that's way further away
question.
from where where we had imagined it would have been if you'd asked me even 2 weeks ago what this line would have been.
Yeah, there's no Marlon Humphrey. There's no Matabuke. There's no Roquan's hurt. Like, everyone's hurt, and we don't know if there's going to be Lamar Jackson. So you look at where this team is and where they could be. And by the way, perfect placement of the bye, I think. Like, I think this is where they need the bye. But if they go into like the bye 2 and 3, I mean, things are kind of going their way right now, and kind of laying out for them, based especially compared to how things started and how they looked.
Yeah, I wonder too, and CJ put maybe a lot more on 2nd and 33 than I would maybe want him to, but if he's right, then maybe it's a great point. That feels like an inflection point where D'Amico Ryans can look over at Nick Caley and be like, the stuff you've complained about is not stuff that you should be complaining about. Figure it out. And like, I understand a week ago it was, well, could you be a good offensive play caller if it was 2nd and 15 all the time? I don't know, but I'd call different plays. Like, I don't know if I'd be a better offensive coordinator than Nick Caley, but I'd try some different stuff than what he tried. And that's what it kind of felt like, where it's like, and D'Amico even said it today, you show we can overcome this. And then CJ talked about it like, it felt like everything kind of flipped for us, like in Jacksonville a couple of years ago when I hit a big play to Tank, and we kind of got it. And then, okay, well, if you get it on offense now, then hopefully you can carry that over. You can pull that through thread into another game, into the rest of the season, and we're not sitting there watching slop for a half of football where you got to hope Kaimi Fairbairn's the only way to score points.
One of the things I do want